Alright, hopefully you guys have went deep enough into your project that you already have an understanding of the materials that you need. You're going to need to place all of that information into a bill of materials that you will be making in Excel. Go ahead and pop open an Excel spreadsheet, and I want to skip down a few lines. Let me see if I can go ahead and get back up here to the top, but skip down maybe to the 6th line, and what I want you to put in this first block will be item number, because no matter where you purchase materials from, there should be an item number to order with. Description into the 2nd column. This will be a full description of the item you want. Quantity, how many of each item that you are listing you need. A unit cost, this will be the cost per item, and a subtotal, that will be the extended cost depending on how many items you've ordered. Once you have those in place, you need to go back up to this very top block and select all the cells, and then right click it and merge those cells and put down, BOM, bill of materials for flower pot, or whatever it is, project, whatever the name of your project is, whatever you're building, go ahead and put that down there. Then what I want you to do is pop back out and find your vendor. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and use Lowe's. I'm going to make sure that I'm at the store I want to be at. If you're using Lowe's, then you need to put in our local zip code, and I want you to select the Lowe's on Todd's Road. It came up first. East Lexington, Kentucky, 200 Old Todd's Road, because this is the one that I will deal with in placing your order. Make sure you make that your store. That way when you're searching for stuff, it'll only locate things in that store. For my project, I need some cedar fence pickets. I'm going to use those because they're cheaper than buying cedar boards. And I'm going to go out here and look at it. There's rustic. Then that's a composite. We don't want that. I want the real true cedar picket, and this is it right here. I'm going to go ahead and click on it because I want all the information that's found in this general area. They're $2.78 a piece, and the item number is 5447. So I'll just jump back over here and place in 5447. Go ahead and jump over and make that $2.78. I know that I need 10 of those for my project, and I want to get a full description, so I'm going to select this and copy it, and then I'm going to place it into the description box, which it's too large, but I'll clean all that up later. And then I need to go ahead and get a subtotal on those. What I'm going to do before I do that, though, is I'm going to select these two columns, D and E, and I'm going to format those cells so that they show currency. You notice right now it's $2.78, but it doesn't show in money, and I kind of like it to do that, so I'm just going to let it choose the default one there, say OK. And then for my subtotal, what I'm going to do is create a formula, and what I'm going to do there is I'm going to say that this box is equal to this box times this box, and then just hit enter. And if you notice, it went ahead and totaled that up for me real nice, and I'm going to go ahead and go from there. I also need some fasteners, so I want some this is 5/8 wood, so I need some nails that are like 1 1/4 inch. I'm thinking like 8D should be close, and that's just because of prior knowledge. 2.5 inch, no. How about 6s? 6s are 2 inch. That's probably pretty good. I want something with a little bit of grip to it, so I'm looking maybe for a twist. steel smooth, vinyl coated smooth. I don't know. Let's see. Just for general purpose, and I would probably go through and find some ring shank or something else of that nature. But just to keep this moving, I know I don't need over a pound, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this galvanized one here, and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to remember they're 447 and it's 69146. So 69146, and I'm going to put that in there, and I only need one box, and I know that they're $4.47. And if I want this to total out, all I got to do is, pull this down like that, grab that, highlight it, that little corner, and what that does is that copies that formula down, but it puts it in relationship to the cells, the next row of cells. So either way, and then I would go through and I would find my glue, and I would find a lot of other stuff, and I would total that up. Now the way I'm going to do that, let me go ahead and clean some of this up first. Let's go ahead and make everything the same size font here. Let's make it all 12, and let's make sure there are no bolds in there, and then let's just go ahead and lengthen that out so that everything matches up. And then what I would do here, skip a few rows, and I would put, my total in, and what I'm going to do is merge those cells together to do this. And I want to align that to the right. And I'm going to type in the word total cost. And what I would do for that is to use another formula, and I would just click in this box and say equals the sum of, and I would just select, all my cells. If I had, more of them there, it would be okay. It doesn't matter if you select blank ones, because they'll just enter 0. It won't matter. So right now my total is $32.27, and that's what I'm working with. Also, what you'll need to do, even though we know you're working with East Lowe's, I want you to make sure. So you go in here, your store info, and if you notice, it's East Lexington Lowe's of Kentucky, 200 Old Todd's Road. So I'm going to put that information in here. We need that. I'm going to merge these cells, and after I've skipped a line, I'm going to be like East Lexington Lowe's and 200 Old Todd's Road. Get the rest of the information. So, because you'll have a different store, maybe it's Lexington, Kentucky 40509, Lexington, Kentucky 40509, and you definitely need to put in a phone number, things of that nature. I'm going to go ahead and just copy those so I don't have to try to remember all of them. Control C. You can put that store number too if you'd like, but go ahead and space that over, and then I know who my vendor is now. And you may have to do that because maybe you want something from Michael's, or maybe you want something from Home Depot. I'm not quite sure what you're looking at, but anything that you buy from Home Depot, try to find it at Lowe's first, because we already have an open venue there. We already work with them contract-wise. It would just be more efficient to order everything from one spot. But anyway, this is what your bill of materials should look like. You can pretty it up a little bit, change this so that that looks like the title of it. And you may want to go in there and pop some rows and such into it. Let's see, here's my borders so that you can see everything, and just make that nice and pretty. You have to have this by end of class Monday, so double check all your stuff, stop wherever you're at, and sit down and truly figure out exactly what you need. Don't estimate high, don't estimate low. If you allow for any overage, allow it about 5%. That'll help you as far as like cuts go, and should you need extra nails, things of that nature. If you're not sure how many nails you need, then go out and figure it out. There are charts out there that show you exactly how many nails are in a box of 6D 2-inch hot dip galvanized nails. My best guess around 150, which is more than efficient. And if I put down, for example, when you do this, if you would put down something such as need 40 nails, that will help me, because if somebody else needs the same type of nail, then what I can do is order less. So I hope that's helped you a bunch, and remember, your bill of materials has to be done today. Thanks.